see it. Oh, well, that goes there. And then...
Like, it seems too big for this.
There it goes. I'll break the other end. There we go. There we go. Although, now it's like old cattywampus.
That's all right. We'll just...
All right, you can...
We'll do the things.
You do you.
He knew immediately it broke. He was wearing his glove and everything. So, it's like, I'm so strong. I'm like, that is not the takeaway.
Yeah.
The ref sucked. It's like, that's also not the takeaway.
Yep.
The rest sucked all weekend, but...
Yep.
How much longer until he can do things?
Well, so luckily, after he had the ER splint for 5 days, then the Colorado Springs orthopedic surgeon freed up these 3 fingers. So he gets this cast off this coming Thursday, and then he'll get a removable splint, so he can actually wash.
Yeah, because he's dank right now. Yeah, I remember that. Colt did that with his leg.
Yeah. So we'll see what the recovery looks like in terms of mobility and grip.
Oh, there's something right here. Is that right? Oh, that's the tilt? Okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to go back.
No, you're good. It just looked like it was coming off the... I didn't realize that was the tilt. Well, he should be fine by the time this actual season starts.
I hope
so. Yeah.
And that's the thing, because I've torn ligaments and had surgery, and I broken this finger before, and my hardest thing was getting back.
Yeah, I did the same thing. I was like, when I broke my finger, I was like, okay, lots of... It was my offhand, so it didn't matter,
Yeah, this was both of those was my right hand, so I'm like, it's going to suck.
Yeah.
He said the hardest thing is mouth, because you can't tighten the mouth.
Yes.
Like, 15 or 17?
Should be 17. Yep, you're live. Testing 1, 2, 3. Yep.
You ready to switch?
Good evening, Thunder Nation. Welcome to a Saturday night game with your Tier 2 Pikes Peak Thunder hockey squad facing off against the Dakota Ridge Dirty Birds. I'll be your host tonight, Phil Carlson. On camera, I have Shannon Snuggs. This Tier 2 Thunder team is coached by Mike Snuggs and Paul Devine. Looks like to start this game off in goal, we're going to have Dusty Adams-Brown, and it looks like Wesley Hall will be taking the face-off. He has his ringers. It looks like we're going to have Colton Snuggs and Ike Everhart. On defense, Colt Tollefson and Caden Zawali. Puck is dropped, game is underway, and Thunder take possession and send it in the offensive zone, but it's going to be an icing right off the bat. So let's try this again. Face off in the first period, 16:53 left. Will be to the right of Dusty. He's doing a little goal maintenance down there in the corner, but we should be good. Wesley's going to set up for the face-off once again. Puck is dropped. Won by Thunder and pushed to center ice by Snuggs, who's got a step on the Dakota Ridge defenseman. He sends it to Cycles. Shot is tipped in towards the goal by Wesley Hall, but it's quick save by the Dakota goalie, leads to yet another face-off. So 17 seconds into the game, the boys have skated up and down the ice a couple times, so we're going to bring some new personnel out on. Gage Nelson takes the face-off. It is controlled by the Thunder, and it is shot from Wall State. It is tipped towards the goal by Hayden Wiseman, but goes wide. Puck is sent out to center ice. Will Blasco has switched to defense due to some depth chart issues, and he sends it over to Dover. He sends it out into the neutral ice, but it is set back down behind Dusty, where Thunder defense go back to recover. Will Blasco recovers. He sends it up to the blue line. Dakota Ridge keeps it in along the near side boards, but it's shipped out to center ice by Blasco. Wiseman in on the forecheck. Thunder take over on the near side wall. Gage Nelson tries to stick handle around Dakota Ridge defenseman. They take over and push it up to center ice. Dakota Ridge in on 1-on-3. Shot attempt is deflected wide of the net. Thunder pick it up and try to send it out, but it's held in at the blue line. Paul Severe brings it out to center ice. He's 1-on-3 in the zone. Unable to keep it in the zone is Colt Tollefson. Puck gets back and is picked up by Wesley Hall. Wesley loses the puck momentarily. And a little tic-tac-toe play at the blue line leads to an offsides. So both teams running the short benches today. It looks like Dakota Ridge has a total of 9 skaters. Excuse me, that looks like 8 skaters and a backup goalie. Just a little bit worse than where we're sitting. So we're going to go beer league style. Puck is in the Thunder defensive end. Wrapped around the boards all the way down. Did it touch somebody? Yep. The icing is waved off, and Dakota Ridge tries to chip it. They turn the puck over. Wesley gets a quick shot towards the goal, but it goes wide. Leon keeps it in at the point, sends it back in deep. Dakota Ridge sends it out to center ice. It's tipped and goes the length of the ice, and Dover goes back to pick it up behind the goal. Dover passes it up to Ike on the far side boards, who sends it across to Wesley Hall. Dakota picks it up and sends it back into the offensive zone. Centering pass is intercepted by the Thunder. Puck battle on the boards, and it is sent to the near side boards. The Dover chips it well ahead. Gets bumped off the puck, but Wesley Hall picks it up momentarily. Paulson comes in and hits a kid at center ice. It's a good clean shot. Takes a cross check. A shot goes in on Dusty. He makes a quick save and goes for a face-off. Dakota Ridge took offense to being lock screened, and I call that Control-Alt-Delete because that's what Colt did to him. Face off to left of Dusty. It's won by Thunder and pushed out by Ike to center ice. Ike stick handles around the defense and into the far side corner where he's rubbed off the puck. Thunder maintain control. Past the blue line is sent back in by Caden Zwally. Shot on goal from the defense. It's a pad save, and it comes all the way back out the length of the ice, all the way down for an icing. So 0-0 game with 13:25 in the first. We're going to have an offensive zone face-off. Looks like Gage Nelson's taking the face-off, and he's got Colby Snuggs and Mike Everhart as his wingers. Dover and Blasco as the defense. Puck comes back to Blasco, sends a shot in on goal. Save is redirected into the far corner. Dirty Birds pick it up and cycle it around off the near side boards and out the center. Dover sends it back in. Bangs off a couple sticks and ends up back on his own stick. He sends it forward to Snuggs. Dirty Birds get another stick on it, and Thunder go back to their own zone and pick the puck back up. Dover tries to hit Snuggs in the center at neutral ice, but pass is a little bit long and goes all the way down for an icing. So all the boys are going to get a lot of cardio today. I think we actually have two lines, maybe 2.5. So Wesley Hall's in for the face-off again to the left of Dusty. Puck is dropped, controlled by Wesley on the near side boards. Puck comes out to the defense at center ice. A nice passing stretch pass from Wiseman, just misses Koa. Puck's on the far side boards. It's kept in by the defense and set in towards the goal. Comes back out. Tollefson has it in the high slot. He sends it down low. Puck is chipped out by Dakota Ridge and goes all the way back into the defensive zone where Zwally goes back to pick it up. Zwally sends it behind the goal and up the near side boards. Got two Thunder in there trying to get it. Puck squirts to the far side corner where Zwally goes to recover. He chips it up the boards and it is out to center ice. The Dirty Birds will go back to get onside. Koa's got the board, got the puck and sends the puck to center ice. And Dakota sends it in wide of the goal. Caden chips it to the near side, but Dirty Birds are there. They send it behind the goal. Hayden Wiseman picks it up and sends a stretch pass out to Gage Nelson, who cuts through center, gets around one defenseman, stick handles. The puck goes off the stick, but it goes on goal and a stick save by the Dakota Ridge goaltender. We are maintaining possession. Pass from the back goes to the blue line. Blasco takes a shot, is blocked. Puck comes back around. Will's unable to keep it in the zone. He's going back to get it. He loses a foot race, but a nice save by Dusty. Dakota Ridge gets in there and beats Will to the puck. It's a bad angle shot that Dusty makes a real nice save on. And no harm, no foul. We get it out to center ice. Dakota Ridge one-on-one. Tries to stick handle around Dover, who gets a nice stick on it. He's maintaining possession and gets it out tries to get it to Gavin Leon, but pass is a little bit wide and goes for an icing. Some decent pace to this game. Got some nice opportunities. There have been some nice passes. We've missed a couple. Still a 0-0 game. 10:30 left in the first. Wesley Hall's out to take the face-off again to the right of Dusty Brown. Puck is dropped and run by the Thunder into the far side corner. Wrapped around the boards where Snuggs is going to go pick it up off of the boards and take it out to center ice. Snuggs makes a centering attempt. It's intercepted by Dakota Ridge, who wraps it behind the goal, but ends up on a Thunder stick. Shot attempt from the point by Zwally goes towards the goal, is deflected, ends up in the near side corner. The quick stretch pass comes out. The quick shot attempt from the blue line goes in on Dusty, who makes an easy save and covers the puck. Gage Nelson's come out to take this next face-off. Left of Dusty. Puck is won by Dakota Ridge at the blue line. Short shot attempt is intercepted by Dover. He gets it over to Will Blasco behind the goal, and he's battling along the near side boards and wraps the puck up off of the glass, but it goes all the way down for an icing. I don't think anyone's going to complain with all the face-offs. Gives all these kids a chance to breathe. Gage Nelson's taking this puck, this face-off again. Puck is dropped. He controls his own face-off. Puck is intercepted by Dakota Ridge as he tries to stick handle out. Ends up on Hayden Wein's stick. He wraps it off the boards. It looks like it's going to go in too far as well, and we will have another face-off. So now Gage Nelson will take this next face-off. He's going to be the right of Dusty. Puck is dropped, controlled by the Thunder. Wiseman pushes it forward, is tied up on the boards by a couple of Dakota Ridge players. Puck is jammed down, is hit, so an icing is waved off. Dakota Ridge wraps it off the near side boards, but it comes right to Gage Nelson. Ends up on a stick of color, who takes a shot. Stick saved by Dakota, goes behind the net. Puck comes out to the blue line. Caden Zwally chips it back in. Dakota Ridge tries to get it. Looks like the Thunder have it promote. Centering pass goes to the slot. No shot. Dakota Ridge wraps it off the boards again. Weird bounce goes to the high slot where Color gets the puck. Stick handles around one, gets a nice shot. Goes just wide of the net. Comes back around. Quick shot attempt. Hayden takes a shot at close range. Is sticked aside and out to center ice. The Thunder defense go back to their own zone to pick it up. Caden's in the near side corner trying to wrap it up. Couple of hits. We got it looked like a hit to the head there by Dakota Ridge. And we only got Wesley in a pushing match. He shoved the kid down. I don't think he took kindly to being punched in the head. So a little bit of rough stuff. We definitely got somebody going to the box. Let's see if they're going to take them both. Wesley's going to the box for sure. Probably a roughing call. And it's going to look like it's going to be a matching penalties on Dakota Ridge. So Wesley Hall's going, and Dakota Ridge is sending two players into the box. So we got 2 minutes on Wesley for roughing, 2 minutes on Dakota Ridge for roughing, and 2 minutes on a second Dakota Ridge player for roughing as well. So as soon as game sheet opens up, it looks like we're going to end up on the power play. That's good for us because they don't have enough players to do a whole lot of penalty killing. Coach Snuggs is getting an explanation from the refs. But I only see one player for us in the box, two for them, so we should be on a power play. This might be a little bit more complicated than we initially thought because they're still talking it over. So we're going to be man up playing 4-on-3. All minors. So we got 2 minutes for Wesley Hall for Ruffin, and 2 minutes on 2 separate Dakota Ridge players. Yeah. Again, still sorting this out, so we'll talk about something else for a moment. Pikes Peak Thunder coming off of we put a long stretch off. We're used to having 3 games per weekend over the last couple of weeks, so they're entering this game 5-7. They're playing the Dirty Birds, who are currently sitting at 2-2. Thunder in the standings are sitting on is a solid 5th place out of the 14 teams in the league. So making progress. Looks like the referees are done with their explanations and have everything sorted out. And we're going to resume play. So Gavin Leon is going to take this face off. Blasco took that face off. And nope, it was Gavin. And he gets it over to Blasco. Blasco sends it to the far side boards. Puck is controlled by the Thunder in their defensive zone. Dover goes back behind his own goal, sends it over to Blasco on the far side corner. He wraps the board opposite side, gets it up to Gage Nelson, who comes in one-on-one, peeks around the player. Nice stick work, releases the puck behind the net. A good forechecking effort by Gage. Leads to a nice pass over to Blasco, takes a shot that is tipped and goes wide. Dirty Birds get control of it, and they send it down the length of the ice. So, Thunder control at center ice. Bring it in at the blue line. Gavin Leon takes a shot. It's blocked by Dakota Ridge, gets his own rebound. Tries a backhand shot, is tipped behind. Pass comes out to Gage Nelson, who's all alone, sends a shot wide. Comes up the near side boards to Zwally, who keeps it in momentarily, but the puck is sent the length of the ice. Dusty stops it, and he sends it all the way up to neutral ice, where Leon picks it up, takes a shot, that's again tipped, and goes into the near side corner. Dakota Ridge gets it again and sends it the length of the ice, again on goal. Dusty sends it over to Colt Tollefson, who brings it up the far side corner. He stick handles around one Dakota Ridge in the center ice and gets the offensive zone. And centering pass is lost in the corner and sent out the length of the ice by Dakota Ridge. So penalty for Dakota Ridge looks like it's about to expire. Both their players are coming out of the box. It looks like Wesley's serving a double minor because he's still in the box. So that explains why I'm so complicated. Is Wesley got 4 minutes by himself and 2 Dakota Ridge players each got 2. Somebody blows a tire, far side boards, Thunder get it. Control stick, get a nice shot from the slot, Ike does. It's blockered into the corner. Dakota Ridge brings it out to center ice. 2-on-1. Stick handed around. Shot goes wide of the net. He picked up by Ike, who brings it out of his zone. He gets it back to Dover. Dover sends it the length of the ice. It's tipped. No icing because we're on the penalty kill. And it looks like Dakota Ridge just sends it down and they miss a pass, so they ice the puck on their power play. Gives us a chance to swap out some players. So, 0-0 game, 5:04 left in the first. On the penalty kill, 1:04 left in the Wesley Hall double minor. We will have an offensive zone face-off to the right of the Dakota Ridge goaltender. Taking that face-off is going to be Hayden Wiseman. Puck is dropped, is controlled momentarily by the Thunder, but Dakota Ridge breaks it out of the zone and gets it in the offensive zone. Centering pass is deflected and goes in the near side corner. Good hit by Wiseman, who absolutely dilutes the kid. Somebody came in to check Hayden, and Hayden saw it coming. Reverse check, he sends that kid upside down and backwards, and the push goes the other way. Thunder have control on this penalty kill. Wally has it at the point, sends it back in. Puck is controlled by Dakota Ridge in the offensive zone. And they send it in behind Dusty. 10 more seconds for Wesley Hall before he's out. Dakota Ridge is controlling it momentarily. They send a soft shot in. Blasco catches it. He drops it and takes it out to center ice himself. Blasco brings it in. He takes a nice shot, high and rising, but it's a glove save by Dakota Ridge. And we'll go for a face-off, and all penalties are even. So we are even strength. Even though the clock says something different. All right, 5 players on the ice. Wesley Hall's back out to take the face-off. To the left of the Dakota Ridge goaltender. Puck is dropped, controlled by Thunder. Wrapped out to the blue line. Shot attempt from the blue line on goal. Sent behind the net. Dakota Ridge controls momentarily. Being harassed by Wesley. They send it the length of the ice. We're going to have an icing on Dakota Ridge. So, let's do this again. 3:27 left in this first. Wesley taking the face-off again. He's got Ike out there with... who we got out there with him? Puck is won by Thunder. Shot attempt is blocked. Still trickles in towards the Dakota Ridge goalie, but is intercepted by... looks like Braxton Burst. Haven't called his name yet. He's in on the forecheck in the far corner. Dakota Ridge sends it out to the blue line. Gage Nelson keeps it in, takes a shot from top of the circles. Save made by Dakota Ridge. Goes to the corner. And Gavin Leon goes and gets it. Chips it back down to Gage Nelson. Nelson sends it toward the center of the net, gets his own pass, sends it to the high slot where Braxton takes a shot. It's deflected behind the goal. Snugs is in on the ice now, and he's trying to get control of it in the far corner. Centering pass is cut off. It ends up on Gage Nelson's stick. Shot is towards goal, but deflected and goes wide. Ends up all the way down the length of the ice, and we'll have another icing. So, looks like we're going to have Dover and Blasco out on defense. Snugs, Nelson, and Everhart out as our wingers. Looks like Nelson's taking the face-off. Face-off again is going to be left of the Dakota Ridge goaltender. Puck is dropped, controlled by the Thunder in the far corner. Centering pass comes out to the blue line, shot back in on goal by Blasto, deflected into the near corner. Looks like Dover keeps it into the blue line, walks the line, gets a shot attempt in that is gobbled up by all the bodies in front. Dakota Ridge wraps it off the far side boards. Ike goes back and gets it, sends it back into the corner. Dakota Ridge wraps it around the boards again, comes out to Dover. Dover's able to keep it in and send it back into the far side corner. Forwards get forward, go get that puck. Blasco tries to keep it in at the blue line, is unable to do so, but nice stick work by Snubs keeps Dakota Ridge from getting possession. Dover picks up the puck, sends it up to Gage Nelson. Nelson brings it into neutral ice and into the offensive zone. Shot attempt is blocked, but gets all the way down to Ike Everhart, who sends it centering pass through the slot over to Nelson. Nelson gets it. Centering pass is blocked by a sliding Dakota Ridge player. Puck comes out to Dover, who sends a shot. Looks like it was going wide, but it's gloved by the Dakota Ridge goalie for a faceoff. 1:01 left at the 0-0 tie. Boys look pretty good all around. Once they get going here, I think that we'll be doing all right. So offensive zone faceoff. Wesley Hall taking it to the right of the Dakota Ridge goaltender. Out there with him on offense is Carlos Severe and Hayden Weisman. Puck is dropped, controlled by Dakota Ridge. They wrap around the far side boards. Puck is kept in by Tollefson. He stick hands around one Dakota Ridge player, but loses it to the second. The puck comes out center ice, which Wally recovers, gets the red line, and sends it back in. Dakota Ridge tries to chip it out to the blue line, comes out to center ice. Tollefson wraps it back in. Momentarily comes back out, and it is at center ice. Tollefson picks up the puck at center ice and moves it forward. There was a hit that occurred that Dakota Ridge is unhappy about. Looks like Wesley tried to hit somebody at center ice. It looked clean to me, but they were unhappy about it. It was a big hit on Solali on the numbers along the glass. Dakota Ridge is playing a lot more physical now. Puck comes out center ice. And that'll be your period. This is 0-0. We'll be back in just a moment. All right, we're back for the second period. Wesley Hall takes the face-off, wins it forward. Ike Everhart gets the offensive zone, gets a pass attempt over to the near side corner. Comes out to the blue line, kept him momentarily. Blasco chips it off the boards, but Dakota Ridge controls the center. They bring it in, but Dakota Ridge is bumped off of the puck. Ike Everhart gets control and gets the offensive zone. He's 1-on-4, some nifty stick handling, but finally comes off the stick. Shot attempt from Dover's tipped and goes up and over. Wesley Hall recovers the rebound in the near side corner. Pass out to Snubs. Snubs' shot is blocked by Dakota Ridge, and he chips it forward to Ike. Ike takes a shot. Nice pad save by Dakota Ridge. Rebound shot by Snubs is blocked by Dakota Ridge, and we got a stoppage. We're going to have a penalty. Looks like it's going to be on Dakota Ridge for a hooking. Some pretty nice offense that we had going in there. Dakota Ridge is going to sit for 2 minutes for hooking. So we'll be on a power play again. Let's see if we can get some more shots on goal. So Gage Nelson's going to be taking this face-off. He's going to have Hayden Wiseman and Koa Severe as the forwards. Tollefson and Leon playing defense. Puck is won by Thunder. Shot attempt is taken by Koa. Save made by Dakota Ridge, so we'll do it again. Game's gotten a lot more physical. Had some big hits, but the puck is dropped. Shot attempt by Wiseman. Wiseman goes high and wide. Looks like Nelson goes into the near side corner, recovers the puck. Centering pass is chipped, blocked to the corner. Koa picks it up, and he controls it in the corner. He sends a pass over to Leon on the far side, and he sticks his round, ends up on Tollefson's stick. He sends it in, and we got just a mess of people trying to hold on to the puck. Shot attempt from the point goes into the near side corner. Centering pass again comes out. Gage Nelson gets it. His shot is blocked and goes over. Dakota Ridge scrambling for the puck. Gavin Leon goes in, keeps the puck in, gets control behind his own net, behind the net. Nice centering pass goes up, kept in by Tollefson. He goes into the near side corner, and he sends it, centering pass that is intercepted and goes to the left of the ice to Dakota Ridge. So Gage Nelson goes back to recover, and he brings it up out of the zone, or out of zone. 2-on-2, he's got Wiseman with him. He stick handles around everybody. Nice centering pass. Beautiful backhand centering pass to Wiseman. Dakota Ridge goalie makes a great save. Centering pass again goes in on net, and Wiseman tries to chip it in. Nice save by the Dakota Ridge goaltender. Thunder have had several nice shots. Nice goaltending by Dakota Ridge has kept this a 0-0 game. So we'll get a new personnel swap out. We're going to have Wesley Hall out taking the face-off. He's going to have Braxton Burst and Colton Snuggs with him. Puck is dropped. Controlled at the blue line by the Thunder. Dover has it. Sends the centering pass over to Braxton. Bounces through his legs and out to center ice where Blasco controls and sends it to the other side. Dover gets it. Gets the blue line offside. Braxton went in a little bit ahead of the play. I think he thought Dover was going to throw it into the corner. Regardless, we'll have an offsides call and a face-off in front of the Thunder bench. Looks like Leon's going to take this face-off. Puck is dropped. Controlled by Gage Nelson. He gets a shot from the high slot. Blocker save is redirected to the corner. Nelson gets his own rebound back, sends it out to Leon. Leon takes a beautiful shot, saved again. Comes to Blasco, another shot, saved. That plays out. And looks like Dakota Ridge is able to get it out to center ice. Nice back checking by the Thunder, prevents a rush, and it's shipped back into the offensive zone. Ike Everhart goes and gets the puck behind the goal. He's looking for a player, gets it to Nelson, back to Everhart, behind the net. He's in Gretzky's wheelhouse. He sends it behind the net to Leon, who sends it back to the corner for Ike to go pick back up. Ike bumps off a Dakota Ridge player. Looks like Ike's going to catch a penalty. He bumped a kid off in the corner. They're calling an elbowing on Ike, so that's going to kill that power play. A little bit of a spicy chicken wing there, leads to 2 minutes in the box. Thunder will be on the penalty kill. Penalty killing unit is going to be Dover, Snugs, Weisman, and Blasco. Face off to the left of Dustin Brown. Puck is dropped, controlled by the Thunder. Blasco has it. He sends it off the glass in the length of the ice. A good start. Dakota Ridge goalie lets it go. Snugs in on the forecheck, harassing as he usually does. He's done a good job tying the puck up down there. Dakota Ridge is sitting on it momentarily, and the Thunder are able to get control of this puck. Gets it to Wiseman, who sends a backhand centering pass. It's intercepted. Blasco picks up the puck and chips it back in. Snugs is able to keep it in the offensive zone, and we're able to get a line change 30 seconds in. We're still maintaining the puck in the offensive zone where Wiseman has it behind the goal. Centering pass goes through everybody, comes all the way out of the zone. Snugs comes back. He sends it back to Tollefson, who controls. He chips it off the board and gets it up to Wiseman. Wiseman has Snugs in the slot, takes a nice shot. A beautiful shot, top of the circle, beats Dakota Ridge. Short-handed goal. That should be that's a nice goal. So on a penalty kill, should be Wiseman from Snugs and Tollefson with 12:23 in the second on a penalty kill. So that's how you kill a penalty, is to score a goal. So Wiseman's out to take the face-off after his goal. Puck is dropped. Dakota Ridge controls it momentarily, but ends up on Snugs' stick. He sends the puck back over, ends up in the corner. Dakota Ridge goes to pick it back up, and they get the puck momentarily and get it out to center ice. Puck centering attempt is intercepted by the Thunder, and we're back on the penalty kill, and we send it all the way down to the circles. Getting some new personnel on the ice. Looks like Koa comes on the ice. Dakota Ridge tries to get it at the blue line, but ends up offside. It's like, and we will have a face-off and a line change. So puck is dropped. It is controlled by Koa. Momentarily at center ice, but Dakota Ridge has it. Ends up on Wesley Hallstick. He stick handles around, does a nice angle works, does a nice shot, backwards save into the corner. Dakota Ridge's goalie is playing spectacular. They are keeping him in this game. We got 6 seconds left on this penalty kill that we look like we've been on the power play the whole time. Dakota Ridge finally gets a shot towards our goal, but it goes 2 feet wide of Dusty, so he's back there sitting in a lawn chair waiting for some action to happen. Dover chips the puck up the near side corner, gets it to center ice. It ends up on Ike Everhart's stick, who's out of the box, and he's centering pass goes off of a skate, but Wesley Hall is able to maintain. Blasco gets a shot, sends it in on goal. Goaltender covers it up, and we'll have a face-off and a line change. So, face-off will be to the right. Dakota Ridge goaltender. Gage Nelson taking this with Braxton Burst. And looks like it is Gavin Leon as the left wing. Tollefson and Zwally are your defensemen. Puck is dropped. Sent the length of the ice. icing waved off for a tip. Tollefson goes back to pick it up behind his own goal. Brings it up the near side boards and gets it out to center ice. Burst has it, gets it back to Tollefson. Tollefson takes a shot attempt, gets it over to engage Nelson. Nelson recovers the puck and has it in the near side corner. He chips it up the far side boards, but Burst sends it to center ice. It is intercepted, the centers it, but it ends up at neutral ice. Puck battle along the boards. We got one Dakota Ridge against, looks like 3 Thunder. Got some bumping on the glass. And Dakota Ridge comes out of it. Goes down on the offense. 1-on-4. Backhand shot attempt goes wide and into the far corner. Zwally goes in there to recover the puck. Leon comes in and bumps a Dakota Ridge player off the puck. Shot attempt from the blue line, goes into the far in the near side corner, and it's wrapped out to the blue line, but kept in by Dakota Ridge. Some kind of, looks like we got a hit. And it looks like, what do we got? Somebody is down. Dakota Ridge player is laying down just on the side of his bench. And we got a penalty on, looks like Gavin Leon. I didn't see what happened, but there was a hit along right at the blue line. The Dakota Ridge player is still down. So hopefully he's okay. He's laying there being checked on by his coach. All right, he's up at least to his butt. Shaking his head a little bit. And he's up on his feet, so that's a good sign. So Dakota's his player. Looks like he's going to be okay. See what the call is here. Looks like it's going to be a 2-10 is the signal I see coming from the penalty area. Looks like Braxton Burst is going to go sit. So it looks like we're going to have a major head contact minor is what I'm seeing pop up on game sheet here. But they put another player in the box, so it's going to be a 2-10. And that's the call. 2-10 for head contact. Puck is dropped. Puck is controlled by Tollefson. Gets it up to Wesley Hall at center ice. Chipped into the offensive zone. And Wesley goes back to go get the puck. Dakota Ridge controlled momentarily, but Thunder forecheckers are able to get it. Shot attempt is tipped and goes wide. Dakota Ridge has got a player playing without a stick right now. Puck battle on the near side boards in the corner. Thunder come out with it. Wesley Hall has it. Gets a centering pass over to Snugs. His shot attempt is blocked and chipped out to center ice where Dover picks it up. Gets the red line and sends it back in. So that's a great penalty kill. We got 1:06 left in the penalty. Ike Everhart comes in to forecheck. Dakota Ridge gets it out to center ice, but gives it right to Will Blasco, who gets the red line. Sends a shot in on goal. Stick save, and Dakota Ridge gets it, and they ice the puck. And if it goes the length, it's going to be icing. So, great penalty kill for the boys. 44 seconds left. Again, 1-0 Pikes Thunder. 8:15 left in the second period. Been a very physical game. Thunder still need to clean up some of the penalties that they got, but that's another day. So puck is dropped. Everhart takes the face-off. It is controlled by Dakota Ridge out to center ice, but taken over by the Thunder, and they send it back in behind the net. Wiseman in on the forecheck. Chipped up the boards. Kept in by Blasco, who sends a shot in, blocker save to the corner. And Dakota Ridge is just trying to get the puck out of their own zone. Zwally keeps it in, sends it in the far corner. Ike Everhart stick handles around everybody. Centering pass just a little far for Wiseman to get, but it ends up at the blue line and sent back in by Blasco. Everhart takes a cross check to the back, but no call. Wiseman picks up the puck and sends it up the blue line. Everhart gets control of it and sends it back in. So penalty is over. No harm, no foul. Unfortunately, Leon will be sitting for another 8 minutes. Puck is in the far corner. Dakota Ridge trying to send it back out. Puck is kept in by Zwally. Puck comes out to center ice, but great back checking by Thunder forwards. Koa gets it, pushes in the offensive zone. Puck is behind the Dakota Ridge goal. Koa's got it. He's on his backhand. Sends it out, but it goes up center ice. Nice stick work by Dover, prevents a breakaway. And Thunder get the red line and send it back in. Clearing attempt is held in at the blue line, and it is tipped on goal by Gage Nelson. Left pad save by Dakota Ridge's goalie. And Nelson gets his own rebound. Centering pass cut off, but he maintains the puck. Looks a nice pass attempt to Snugs, but good defense by Dakota Ridge, and the puck comes out of the zone. Thunder tag up. Dakota Ridge just says, the heck with it, and they just send it the length of the ice. And we'll have another face-off. So, dominating, looking at the stat sheet here, Dusty is awake down there. He's moving. He's faced a whopping 4 shots on goal. Dakota Ridge's goalie has kept this a 1-0 game. He has stopped 27 shots at this point in time. And that's 28 shots he stopped. Shot attempt after the face-off, sent in, blocker save, sent to the near side corner. Centering pass can't connect, but it looks like Dakota Ridge breaks out between the defenseman. And Dusty, nice save on the breakaway. Dakota Ridge has it momentarily, but they just send it in, and Dover goes back to pick up the puck and gets it out to the blue line. And the puck squirts out to center ice. Dakota Ridge controls in their own defensive zone, and missed pass is tipped. Icing's waved off. Thunder defense goes back to pick it up. Tollefson goes into the corner, but a centering pass comes out to the blue line. Dakota Ridge tries a turnaround shot that's about 10 feet wide. Shot from behind the net, hits a couple things, bounces down, looked dangerous, but stays out of there. Shot attempt from the blue line, Dakota Ridge, easy blocker save to the corner, and it comes out to center ice. Tollefson has the puck 1-on-2, and shot is deflected and goes wide, and Dakota Ridge sends it the length of the ice, and ices the puck once again. .440 left in this second period. Still 1-0 Thunder. Nelson's going to be out to take this next face-off right to the outstanding Dakota Ridge goaltender. Puck is dropped. Controlled by Thunder. Nelson has it, takes it. Another nice save by the goaltender. He gets a glove on it and just sends it wide of the net. Blasco tries to keep it in at the blue line, but it's unable to. And Dakota Ridge comes in 1-on-1 on Zwally. Shot attempt from the top of the circle, goes high and wide, and goes all the way out to center ice. And we've got another penalty. And we're going to have a high sticking call. I think that's on Koa. Behind the play. Lovely penalty box attendant is getting a lot of work opening and closing that door tonight. Nelson takes a face off to the right of Dusty and wins it, and it's sent the length of the ice where Dakota Ridge goes to pick it up. Dakota Ridge wraps it off their boards, gets it to neutral ice, gets around one player, and we've got a hit and an injured player. It looks like kid tried to juke around Will Blasco. I think they knocked knees. But there's about a 80-pound size difference between the Dakota Ridge player we got a dad who just walked out on the ice. Young man got up and skated off on his own, under his own power. Looks like Blasco's going to get that penalty. It's going to be a tripping minor. That's just a size difference. Anyone who knows Will knows he's not never trying to hurt anybody. They happen to knock these. But I can understand some frustration from the Dakota Ridge families over there. Puck drop is going to be the right of Dusty. Puck is dropped, controlled by Wiseman, who sends it the length of the ice. So Dakota Ridge in a prime opportunity. We got 2 men in the box, so they got a 5-on-3. Out there is Wiseman, Tollefson, and Dover. Shot attempt from the blue line, saved by Dusty. Sent on goal and is kicked wide. Second shot attempt goes wide, and Dakota Ridge controls. Dover, a couple of boulder piles in the corner, and Tollefson gets the puck, and he sends it the length of the ice. Wiseman's coming off for a line change, and Everhart comes on. Dakota Ridge is behind their own goal and starting their breakout. 47 seconds left in the first penalty on Koa. 1:02 left on the penalty to Blasco. Dakota Ridge in the offensive zone. Shot attempt goes wide all the way around the corner. Weak shot attempt from the blue line is intercepted and sent the length of the ice. Dakota Ridge again returns back, and we're able to get a wholesale line change. Snubs, Raleigh, and Everhart are out on defense. Dakota Ridge has it at center ice, but Ike gets it, and he sends it right back out. Dakota Ridge sends it right back in on the stick of Zwally. Zwally chips it forward to Everhart, who gets it into the offensive zone, is doing some light forechecking. Dakota Ridge tries to bring it out, take advantage of Ike getting in the zone, and they bring it in. Nice stick check by Colton Snubs. He just hits his pocket and sends it the length of the ice. Koa's out of the box, so one penalty down. 3 seconds left in the second, and that is a penalty kill. So Dakota Ridge unable to take advantage of a 5-on-3. Blasco comes out of the box and immediately sends yet another shot on goal. Stick saved by the goaltender. Thunder maintain control. Shot goes in. Koa gets a nice shot, gets it over to Ike Everhart, who gets the rebound and sends it past the Dakota Ridge goaltender. That's about the only way we've been able to beat him, is get him down in one shot and then finish up with a second. So that's a nice job by Koa, following up on that first shot. Well, we got a 2-0 Thunder lead. So we can score on him. Kid's playing lights out. He's got 32 saves. Puck is dropped. Snubs gets in the offensive zone. Centering pass to Wesley Hall behind the net, goes behind the net. Wesley's battling, and he sends it, tries to send it out to Snubs. Snubs gets a shot in, goes wide. and Wesley goes and recovers the rebound. Wesley sends it in again, and Koa picks it up on the far side board, sends yet another centering pass. It's intercepted and ends up behind the goal. Dakota Ridge has it. They get it to the blue line, and they chip it off the boards. It goes the length of the ice for an icing. So that last goal is scored Everhart from Koa and Zwally. It's a nice job by the boys. A lot of assists. Both of the goals are assisted tonight. Gage Nelson taking this next face-off right of the Dakota Ridge goaltender. Dakota Ridge has to be getting tired now, but they only have 3 kids on the bench. Puck is dropped, controlled by Thunder. Wiseman takes a shot that goes high and wide. Dakota Ridge tries to pick it back up. Shot goes in on net, and Gage picks up rebounds. Nice backhand pass. Gets it to Wesley Hall. Wesley's shot attempt ends up behind the net. Nelson sends it back out, but it goes a little bit far and wide, all the way out to center ice. Hollefson goes back to pick it up. Hollefson sends it over to Dover. Dover chips it off the boards up to Wesley Hall. Wesley brings it in, and he takes a shot from the top of the circle. Another save, nice save by the goaltender. Rebound goes to the center of the high slot, where the Thunder are able to keep control momentarily. They chip it off the boards, get it out to center ice. Tollefson picks it back up, retreats to his own zone, sends it over to Dover. Dover gets the red line, sends it forward. We're offside. Tag up, and that's the period. So 2-0 after 2. Mike Speak Thunder, you got goals by Isaac Everhart and you got 2 goals on this, one by Hayden Wiseman and one by Everhart. So, see if we're going to cut the ice. Looks like we are, so we will be back in about 15. All right, Thunder Nation, hopefully you didn't run away too far. It looks like we were going to get a Zam cut, but there's some discussion, and they went ahead and changed that. So Thunder coming back on the bench. So we are not going to be waiting 15 minutes. So if you ran off to the bathroom or decided to do something else, you got about a minute and a half. And we're going to finish this thing up, which I got no complaints about because it's been a long weekend, and I want to go home and have a tasty beverage. So, 2-0, Pikes Peak Thunder after 2. Shot differential is ridiculous. Dakota Ridge's goalie is playing phenomenal. He's got we are credited with 32 shots on goal. 34 shots on goal to their 9. So absolutely phenomenal game by Dakota Ridge's goaltender. All the Dakota Ridge players, they're playing short bench. They're doing a great job as well. So game's gotten a little chippy at times. We got a lot of hitting going on. Obviously some high tempers, but been a decent game for your Thunder. So it looks like we're going to get underway here in just a moment. Referees are going to the benches to tell people, let's get this going. All right, refs blow the whistle. We're going to be underway. So start this period even, 5-on-5, although Gavin Leon is still serving his 10-minute penalty. Gage Nelson's going to take the face-off. Looks like we got a mishmash here. We got Dover taking is a left wing, Koa playing defense, Glasgow playing wing, and Wiseman playing defense. So Thunder get control, get into the offensive zone. Shot attempt by Wiseman, quick save by the goaltender yet again. Koa picks up the puck and tries to send it to the blue line. It is intercepted by Dakota Ridge. Back-checking Wiseman breaks that up and forces Dakota Ridge into the far side corner. Wiseman picks the puck back up, chips it off the board, and sends it out to center ice for Koa, but it's a little bit too tall. But they chip it right back in into the Thunder zone on Dover. Dover gets it to Leon in the near side boards. And it gets over to Wiseman, who chips it into the zone. Dakota Ridge loses control of the puck at the blue line. Thunder able to get on that, and we get a puck battle at the offensive blue line. Thunder come out with it. Puck is kept in by Dover at the blue line. Shot attempt goes wide and wraps off the back corner and is sent out the distance by Dakota Ridge, who ices it. So we'll get some new personnel out here. All these boys are going to sleep well. Both benches running short. We had a late practice last night for those parents who had to cart their kids down here, so I know that the Thunder boys are tired. Wesley Hall's out to take the face off to the left of Dakota Ridge goaltender. Puck is dropped, controlled by Snubbs, who gets a backhand shot in on goal, and it is covered up. We got a lot of shot attempts. I'm not going to say that all of our shot attempts have been high quality, but we have been certainly putting the puck on the net. Puck is dropped again, controlled by the Thunder. Ike Everhart goes into the far corner, dodges a hit, loses the puck to Dakota Ridge momentarily, but Wesley Hall goes in and is able to help out, but the puck squirts out to center ice. He gets it back to Zwally. It's in his feet. Zwally gets it, and he sends it out to center ice where Ike Everhart gets control. Puck is poked forward by Wesley Hall into the offensive zone. And it is controlled momentarily and chipped out to center ice. Dakota Ridge coming in 1-on-4. That's not a smart move, and he's bumped off the puck, loses it, and Caden goes back and picks it up. Wraps it off the near side boards. probably a little bit too strong. Goes the length of the ice for an icing and a line change. All right. Gage Nelson's going to be taking the face off to the left of Dusty. Dusty woke up for this. He's out here doing a little dancing. He has not had much work, but he's been phenomenal when he's been tested. Got a couple last-second directions from the referees to the coaches. And we'll drop the puck. Puck is dropped. Quick shot attempt by Dakota Ridge is blocked by Braxton Burst. Puck goes into the far corner. Will Blasco goes in to help Braxton and comes out with the puck. He chips it forward to Wiseman out center ice, who stick handles around one Dakota Ridge player, gets his zone, is tripped. Dakota Ridge gets the puck momentarily, and they're going to the box. Some yelling and screaming from the families. We'll call a little bit of a trip. We'll call a little bit of I just blew my own tire. But regardless, Thunder will end up on a power play. Gage Nelson's going to come out with Braxton and Hayden as the forwards. Puck is dropped. Controlled by Gage Nelson. Dakota Ridge gets control of it momentarily, does a nice back flip, sends it out center ice, Dover knocks it down, gets the blue line. Unfortunately, Braxton was a little bit too close to the blue line, and Dover was offside. So we'll get a new set of personnel out here. Looks like Ike, Snuggs, and Hall are coming out. Zwally and Tollefson on defense. Puck is dropped. It is knocked forward by Dakota Ridge, who's trying to forecheck in on the two defensemen unsuccessfully. Puck is chipped out to center ice and goes the length. Dakota Ridge goes back to the far corner, tries to get it out, gets it in the blue line, but it is sent back in by a Thunder player. Thunder control. Some nifty stick handling by Ike Everhart. Centering pass comes out to the point. Snuggs takes a shot. Gets it in. There's a nice shot from the point from Hayden Snuggs. Playing defense. I don't think that was tipped. It looks like that went straight in. So a nice shot by Colton, sending that one from the point. A lot of bodies in trap. Nice screen, and it's 3-0. Pikes Peak Thunder lead. Wesley Hall's going to take this next face off. Puck is won forward by Wesley in the offensive zone, recovered by Snuggs, who takes it to the far corner. Centering pass goes all the way through everybody out to the blue line, kept in by Tollefson, and sends it back in. Puck is intercepted by Dakota Ridge and shipped out to center ice. Ike Everhart goes back to recover, gets the puck, sends it out center ice, picked up by Tollefson, gets it forward into the offensive zone. Shot is blocked by the Dakota Ridge defenseman, and then ends up on the stick of Wesley Hall, who turnaround shot wide, goes into their corner. And we are going to have another penalty on Dakota Ridge, who tripped Tollefson in the corner trying to get around him. So new personnel. Looks like we're going to have Blasco and Dover playing D. Gage Nelson's taking a face off. He's going to have Koa and Hayden as the forwards. Puck is dropped. 1-2. Wiseman, quick snapshot, saved again by Dakota Ridge. Rebound goes in the corner, comes out to the point to Blasco. Sends it in on goal again. Rebound comes to Koa, who tries to chip it in, but is sent to the corner. Koa stick handles around. So centering pass goes in. It's picked up by Wiseman, who sends it through and goes out to Wiseman, who sends it out to Blasco. Blasco shot attempt, sticks through, and ends up in the back of the net. Don't know if that was tipped. Blasco's definitely getting the assist on that one. Who's taking credit for it? And looks like Koa got a stick on it. Blasco took another nice shot from the point, and it is a 4-0 Thunder game. 12:20 left in this third. Nelson taking the face off. One forward by the Thunder momentarily, taken over by Dakota Ridge. Dakota Ridge forward comes in 1-on-4. Puck is sent out to center ice, where we're behind everybody. Wiseman picks it up, sends a centering pass that ends up chipped by his own defenseman and in on goal. Nice save by the goaltender. So even Dakota Ridge players are shooting on their own goaltender now. Legs are getting a little bit slower though, that's for sure. New personnel, looks like Gavin Leon's done serving his penalty. He takes the face off and wins it forward into the goal. We got no clear possession, but a nice puck battle on the near side boards. Wesley Hall in forechecking. He's got Leon with him in the corner. Leon comes out with the puck momentarily, and Dakota Ridge kicks it back into the corner. Dakota Ridge chips it forward, kept in by Tollefson at the blue line. Shot attempt goes wide into the far corner. Dakota Ridge shoots at the center ice. Zwally tried to keep it in, but is unable to do so, so we're going to have us an offside. So that last goal, we're going to have Koa from Hayden Wiseman. They're not giving I don't think they're giving Blasco credit for his nice shot. So puck is dropped, controlled by Snuggs. He sends it in. Thunder go back and they beat the Dakota Ridge to the puck. Puck comes out to center ice. It's chipped back in, delayed offsides. We tag up. Dakota Ridge sends it the length of the ice, and we'll have an icing. "41 shots on goal." Absolutely peppering the Dakota Ridge goaltender. Dusty still only faced 9 shots. Puck is dropped. Leon, looks like Nelson gets control of it, sends it out to Blasco at the blue line. He somehow chips it in. On goal, gets tipped, goes wide. Dakota Ridge gets the puck at center ice. Stoller comes back. Nice stick check, breaks up our play. Snuggs chips it out of the zone. Momentarily, Dakota Ridge is offside. They got to tag up to get it out. Blasco gets it to Snuggs. He brings it in. 3-on-3. Shot attempt goes wide into the near corner. Dover keeps it in. Brings it down to the goal line to Everhart. Everhart controls in the near corner. He gets bumped off the puck. Wesley Hall comes and gets it, gets a shot. He gets a pass over to Snuggs. He takes a shot. It's sent wide. Puck comes wrapped around the boards and goes the length of the ice once again for another icing. So I'm not going to say it for Dusty, but he's doing real good with 10 minutes and 3 seconds left. Not that I'm that superstitious, I'm just not going to say it. Puck is dropped. Face off once again won by the Thunder. Puck comes out the blue line. Shot attempt from Tollefson is covered. And we're going to get another face off. 43 shots on goal now. Puck will be dropped to the left of the Dakota Ridge goaltender. Puck is won again. Shot from Wiseman. Save again. And covered up. This game is never going to end if he's going to cover every puck. Puck drop again. Won by Thunder. Controlled at center ice. Chipped back in by Tollefson. Nelson going in the forecheck. Dakota Ridge wraps it off of the board and sends it 200 feet. So I don't know if they're doing that out of self-preservation because they're exhausted, but it's taking about 3 minutes to tick 15 seconds off the clock. As much as I love watching my kids play hockey, I want to go home sometime tonight. I'm sure some of you guys as well. All right, up the shot again. Wesley Hall gets it. Another shot on goal, saved by Dakota Ridge. Wesley controls behind the net, gets it over to Gavin Leon. Puck skirts out to center ice. Dakota Ridge one-on-one, chips it forward. Puck goes behind the net, and looks like Gavin's going back to the box. It looks like he's going to catch an interference call. Bad luck for that poor kid tonight. He's doing a good job back checking, but they're going to call him for interference. So penalty kill, 2 minutes. Interference on Leon. Puck drop a bit to the right of Dusty. Dakota Ridge can't control it. Blasco takes it from him, gets around everybody, and shot goes wide on the breakaway. Blasco, puck comes off the blue line. Dover's unable to keep it in, but maintains possession. Waits for him to tag up. Puck comes out to center ice. Dakota Ridge tries to control it. Dover sends it back in. Kills another few seconds. And Dakota Ridge goes back to pick it up. Wesley Hall in on a forecheck, causes a turnover, gets possession of the puck on far side boards. Tries to send it back in. Nice stick work by Thunder. And Wesley intercepts a Dakota Ridge player, knocks a stick out of his hand, breaks that play up. Dover goes back behind his own net, picks the puck up. He chips it off the boards and sends it the length of the ice. 1 minute left in this penalty kill. Some fresh killers coming out. Caden Zwally is out there. Ike Everhart in on a forecheck. Dakota Ridge sends it out to center ice. Bring it in the offensive zone. Shot attempt is 3 feet wide and goes into the far corner. Picked up by Tollefson, who ships it out to center ice. Dakota Ridge has it in the offensive zone. Soft chip behind the goal. Tollefson gets it again. Sends it the length of the ice and kills another 15 seconds. Dakota Ridge goes behind their own goal. Snugs in on the forecheck, intercepts a pass. He's nearly tripped, but gets it to Everhart. Everhart maintains possession. He tries to send it out to the blue line, but Dakota Ridge is there. They chip it forward. Zwally goes back to pick it up. Zwally takes it behind his own net, wraps it off the board, and out to Everhart. Everhart sends it to Blasco. Blasco ships it forward back to Everhart and into the offensive zone. Ike's able to maintain possession. And he has killed this penalty. Puck ends up on Nelson's stick. Centering pass goes over to Snugs. And beautiful save by the Dakota Ridge goalie. He flashes over there and robs Snugs. Snugs' mom is sitting next to me just shaking her head like, poor kid. But that was a nice save. It was a great shot attempt. Puck is dropped. Dover has the puck at the blue line. He stick handles all one, gets a shot attempt in. Looks like it's either pad save or slightly wide. Goes back out to Blasco, chips it into Nelson. Nelson sends it to Dover. Dover's pass to Blasco is intercepted and chipped to center ice. Blasco sends a backhand pass that's intercepted by Dakota Ridge. And they get it into the offensive zone. Good, chips it off the near side boards and out to center ice. Dakota Ridge picks up the puck at their own blue line, and they're trying to work their way from there. Puck bounces off a couple players, but ends up back behind the Dakota Ridge goalie where Nelson still has some gas. He tries to take it down behind. They chip it off the boards, and Hayden Wiseman has control and sends it in towards the goal. Koa's got it momentarily behind the goal. He's looking for a pass. Centering pass comes out to Nelson. High slot. His shot is blocked. And Koa once again picks up the puck. Gets it to Nelson, who stick handles around one Dakota Ridge player, takes it behind the net. He's looking for somebody to pass to and just sends it in on net. It's intercepted and chipped to the corner. Goes right back to Nelson, who sends it in again. Follow-up shot by Hayden Wiseman is gobbled up by Dakota Ridge's brick wall of a goaltender who just seems to eat pucks like a slug. And we'll have another face-off. 47 shots on goal, credited. Wesley Hall's going to come out and take this face-off with 5 minutes, 19 seconds for this 4-0 lead. Dakota Ridge tries to chip it out. Ends up on the stick of the Thunder. Wesley Hall takes a shot. Misses wide. Dakota Ridge wraps it off the near boards. Kept in by Zwally. He wraps it back in behind the goal. Wesley goes back in to recover, but it is chipped out to center ice. It goes the length of the air. No, it actually stopped on the red line and iciness waved. Zwally picks it up, chips it forward to Wesley. Wesley gets it out of the zone. Wesley sends it over to Braxton. Collison picks up the puck, takes it into the zone. He takes a shot. Glove save by the goaltender. Nice shot from the top of the circles, but nothing's getting past this kid unless you get a nice rebound or a redirect. He has played a really good game. So Gage Nelson's going to be able to take this face off. Dover and Blasco out playing defense. Puck is dropped. Dakota Ridge controls. Wraps it behind their own goal. Puck comes to Dover. He's able to keep it in momentarily. Spins around, gets a shot. Saved by Dakota Ridge. Rebound is swiped along the boards. Comes out to Nelson. Intercepted by Dakota Ridge. Kept in by Dover. Puck comes out center ice momentarily. And we are unable to tag up, and we are offside. 4:02 left in this third. Nelson out to take his 500th face-off tonight. Wins it back to Blasco, chips it high off the boards and into the offensive zone by Suggs. Nelson has the puck. Centering pass. Goes through everybody. Blasco gets it at the blue line. Sends it in. Knocked down by the Dakota Ridge goaltender. Back out to Blasco, who gets it to Everhart. Everhart cycles around the circle. Sends it in behind the goal. Picked up by Nelson. Nelson sends it to Everhart in the slot. Beautiful shot. Pad save. Follow-up shot. Save and sent high and wide. 52 shots on goal. Puck is going to be to the right of Dakota Ridge. Wesley Hall takes the face off and does enough of a job mucking it up that Dakota Ridge goes to the far corner. And the Thunder maintain possession. Puck goes to Tollefson. He sends it in, sends it over to Koa. Koa gets it to Wiseman, and he tips it in on that open net. Has a nice tic-tac-toe. Tollefson severe to Wiseman. And 5-0. I think we got to get to 6-0 before this clock will just run. Good game by the boys. That was some nice passing. Puck is dropped, pushed forward into the Dakota Ridge zone. Wesley Hall once again gets on it, takes a shot attempt, goes high and wide, wraps off the boards, all the way out. Tollefson and Wally back to pick it up. Koa has it. He sends it up to Wiseman at the blue line. He gets the zone. He takes a shot, save again. It's like Tollefson crashed into the goal and knocked it off the goal line. So we'll have a stoppage. Nelson out for face-off 501. Wins it. Glasgow gets it. Shot goes wide. Dakota Ridge goes to the near side corner. Gets it out to center ice. Dover goes back to pick it up. Goes behind his own goal. Wakes Dusty up from his slumber. Puck is pushed forward to Gage Nelson. Gage stick handles around. Centering pass. Slides through everybody, ends up on goal, and they cover it up. So with 2:10 left in this third, 5-0 Thunder. Wesley Hall's out to take face-off 497 for him. He wins it back to Blasco. Shot goes wide, wraps off the boards. Dover keeps it in at the blue line, sends it back behind the goal. Stubbs goes back to pick it up. He takes a big hit in the corner. Dakota Ridge is able to chip it out. It's not going to be enough for icing, and Will Blasco goes back and picks it up and sends it over to Dover. Dover stick hands around one Dakota Ridge player, gets to the blue line, and takes a shot at it. Goes wide. Dakota Ridge picks it up. Puck battle behind the net. Thunder come out with it. Centering pass to Wesley Hall. Shot is blocked. Tipped up and over. Dakota Ridge in the far corner. Two Thunder forwards on it. They're able to get it out to center ice, and Dakota Ridge has just said, I'm out. And he just turns and whacks that and sends it to light the ice. .11 left in this game. Hopefully we're running out of face-offs. Face-off 510 for Gage Nelson. Wins it. Gets to Wiseman. Wiseman controls. Gets it to the high slot. Kept in by Tollefson, who has it in the far corner. Centering pass comes to Nelson. Nelson shot high and wide over the goal. Is to the left of the goal. Brought out by Koa. Koa's backhand attempt is kicked around by Dakota Ridge, who takes it, and they just send it the length of the ice. Icing's waved. Thunder go back and pick it up. They send it up to center ice. Nelson pushes it forward to Wiseman. He's got Koa on the far side. Pass is intercepted. Koa goes into the near boards. He stick hands around one and gets up on Gage Nelson's stick. Shot, save again. Sent to the near side boards. Dakota Ridge sends it out. Goes out to the blue line. Dusty says, the heck with this. He comes out to the top of the circles. Grabs the puck and sends it out to Wesley Hall. And that is a Thunder victory. So thanks for sticking out with me. Stick around with me and have a good time. That will be a Pikes Peak Thunder W. Thank you all for watching.